these spectators. El Clásico Americano, as it was described in one of Spain's main football publications today. Barcelona against Real Madrid here in Arlington, Texas, where it's positively boiling outside, considerably cooler. I'm delighted to be able to report under the roof with the air conditioning, the searing hot atmosphere nonetheless. And it is a grass surface. It's usually an artificial surface for the NFL here, the Dallas Cowboys, but specially installed, and Real Madrid trying to get onto the front foot straight away with Rodrigo. Ali, for you, what will be the keys to this?
Well, it's going to be interesting to see that matchup that we talked about so many times last season, Ronald Araujo against Vini Jr. Well, it's actually not Ronald Araujo against Vini Jr. in 1v1 situation now, because of what we see from Real Madrid and Carlo Ancelotti playing with a 4-4-2. Now Vini's going to be in a more central position. The communication between Jules Koundé and Ronald Araujo is going to be key for Barcelona to be able to address Vini Jr. and his movement.
Frenkie de Jong, as is his wont, dropping back into that deeper position in midfield. Oriol Romeu is the new anchor man. Back at Barcelona, vastly experienced. Remember, no Sergio Busquets anymore. It's going to take a bit of getting used to. And here's Dani Carvajal. And it's cut out there by Andreas Christensen, who certainly got better as the season wore on last time around. I want to talk about the respective formations, what Barcelona have been working on, what Real Madrid have been working on with this new diamond shape. Karim Benzema no longer part of the equation, so having to do one or two things a little bit different. Alex Balde, he was certainly a huge success story last season. I don't think we really had an inkling at the beginning of the campaign, Ali, that he was to become the left-back of choice.
And in the case of Alejandro Balde, he became the starter for Barcelona because of his performances and the quality of his performances. So much so that essentially he pushed a club, I would suggest, legend Jordi Alba. He pushed him out with performances. I think that's the credit of Alejandro Balde and the credit of Xavi to make that big decision.
Yeah, that's a very fair comment. Barca fans no doubt delighted that İlkay Gündoğan is on board. Such a composed figure in midfield. And he's been talking about he's growing accustomed to his teammates, to their way of playing, and of course it's the other way around as well. Pedri wants to get on the ball. Gündoğan supporting just behind, and here's Balde. Took a little deflection. Lewandowski was in there, and it's a fierce drive by Oriol Romeu. Looked as though that was going in. Well, hit with real power and precision. And trying to test Thibaut Courtois. Here they come again, Barcelona. Gündoğan. And that one just taking off. But my goodness, seconds ago, Xavi certainly enjoyed that strike from Oriol Romeu.
It's not just a strike, it's the build-up. It's Barcelona with possession. Hits it so very well, so cleanly. Thibaut Courtois really with a courtesy dive because he's never getting there. Off the post and out. Unfortunate for Romeu and Barcelona.
Well, it has been an action-packed beginning. Xavi looking up towards the giant scoreboard. And I say giant, never seen a scoreboard quite as big. It's right in front of our eyes, literally. And the fans, as we speak, looking at that shot by Oriol Romeu again. You can understand, can't you, why Barcelona went to the trouble of signing him. Needed somebody for that position.
And they do, eh? But the truth of the matter is, I think Oriol Romeu is going to be a guy who will have a role in this team. I'm not sure that that's a starting role. Once Frenkie de Jong and İlkay Gündoğan sort of learn how to play together with each other, there has been a lot of conversation in Spain about the potential of them playing as a double pivot, side by side, and Pedri in a more advanced position. And let's not forget that Gavi's not playing today. That's a guy that's also going to be on the field. How do you find enough paces for all that talent? Well, that's why Xavi's got to make the tough decisions.
Two previous meetings of these two great clubs on American soil, two previous wins for Barcelona. Last year it was Rafinha with a brilliant goal to settle the issue. Not starting this game. Rafinha, we might see him later. Sure we will. Christensen going to ground that time. Here again is Romeo. Frenkie de Jong, Andreas Christensen. I'll tell you what, the fans here in Arlington, Texas are right up for it. I was talking to somebody in the hotel earlier, flown in from the Boston area. Long-time Barcelona fan. Didn't want to miss it. Rare chance to watch the Blaugrana on American soil. And Vinicius Junior trying to take off that time. Wriggling. It's away finally by de Jong for Barcelona, but the threat was there. And then Militao. Camavinga wants to flat those passes in that fashion. The options here for Real Madrid. It's de Jong who smuggles it away. It wasn't hit with terrific authority in the end. Valverde came back to. He's a real favourite of Carlo Ancelotti, the Uruguayan. Valverde.
I think he would be the favourite of many coaches around the world, given the flexibility that he gives you as a player. Now, in terms of what Vini Jr. was able to do in that last sequence, we talked about that this is no longer a match of Ronald Araujo against Vini Jr.
It comes of it in the end. It was Gundogan. He's trying to make the move with the ball at his feet. There he is. Carlo Ancelotti. Of course, Brazil in his future. It's been part of the discussion. Exactly what his role with the Brazilian national team is going to be in the short term.
That's a really good hit from Romeo. You cannot hit a ball any cleaner than that. Courtois is already late. Hits it so cleanly. Beautifully done.
And here's Rodrigo. And to carve out a pocket of space. Can't quite place it on the target. One end to the other. That sort of tempo, that sort of pattern in the first 7.5 minutes.
And once again, we're talking about what are the matchups defensively for Barcelona. It used to be very straightforward when you played Real Madrid. The guy that had a lot of movement and freedom was Benzema. But when you thought about what Rodrigo and Vini Jr. were going to do, they're usually going to be in wider areas. Sometimes Rodrigo would tuck to the inside. In this case, both Rodrigo and Vini Jr. are in central areas.
That was a mistake by Ter Stegen. Will Real Madrid be able to punish him? Just looking for the right angle. Again, happy to play their way out there, Barcelona. It's with Balde. And Chapman, the referee, intervenes. Lewandowski had gone down. Breathless beginning here.
There's an opportunity for transition there. If Lewandowski gets his head up, Pedri had made a run through the middle of midfield into an open space that Eder Militao had left vacant, given the fact that he was going to go press the ball. Lewandowski instead absorbs the pressure, absorbs the foul. Militao takes him down. Opportunity gone.
You look here, Ali. Well, we catch our breath at this Real Madrid diamond and where Jude Bellingham is, and it's a different line of thinking in comparison with what we saw when Bellingham was in Dortmund, and he served Dortmund especially well, but very much a box-to-box player. And now he's wearing 5 for Real Madrid. He's seen as, if you like, a 10.
And a different type of 10 as well. Not the guy that is just going to put his foot on the ball and is going to link up and is going to join in the attack. He's got enough physicality in his game where he can do that work defensively, but he has also that ability to cover that gap offensively. So as Vini Jr. and Rodrigo sort of split to wider areas, he has the responsibility then to be a presence inside the 18-yard box, and we saw that very well in the game against Manchester United, where he scored a great goal, making a run right down the middle.
It's a museum piece of a goal, as it was described in one of the newspapers. Offside here, the speedy Ousmane Dembele. Not sure about his future. He has been sharing speculative sentences with PSG, Paris Saint-Germain.
Just leaning in an offside position. Militao has the speed to cover. I don't know if he gets back in time to cover Dembele.
And then Militao playing alongside David Alaba. In the middle of that defence now, the Barcelona players had stepped up, and here's Jude Bellingham. A very important block there by Jules Koundé. Well, not finished here at Real Madrid. Rodrigo, disappointing end to that move. Bellingham had made the initial run.
That's exactly the sort of movement that we were just talking about. Recognition for Valverde. Rodrigo and Vini come short. Bellingham is the one stretching it. That first touch from Bellingham, he cannot get it out of his feet, which then allows Koundé to come across. Ends up being good defending from Koundé. However, that run from deeper in the midfield is one that Bellingham is willing to do, and it's one that is going to hurt a lot of teams as Bellingham continues to get better with his team.
It's been a very open beginning to the game. Would you say, Ali, it feels like a pre-season friendly?
No,
not really. Gundogan. Here is Oriol Romeu taking over. Koundé with Araujo off to the right of him. Romeu again. Christensen, Danish international. Gundogan. Barcelona, who ended up with 88 points, 10 points better off than Real Madrid, the top of the table last term. Lewandowski and Gundogan, high header. Teamed up before those two, the Dortmund days. With Thibaut Courtois, 0-0. Barcelona against Real Madrid, part of the Soccer Champions Tour 2023. Real Madrid a little bit ahead of Barcelona in terms of their match preparation because of the virus that did the rounds in the Barca camp last weekend, that was. And then Militao. Didn't quite work out. Mendy gone forward on the left. Referred to Fran Garcia on the left-hand side of the Real Madrid defence.
And I think his place on the team for Mendy is in peril.
Could be a story we follow in the days between now and the start of the season. We're waiting for that special moment to capture the fans who are inside.
Pedri trying to make a run in behind, and if you're Militao, there's no need to foul Pedri. He's going nowhere at that point. There's pressure coming from other areas. It was going to be difficult for him to combine. Now it's a free kick opportunity for Barcelona.
And plenty of support from the Blaugrana. Lewandowski waits inside the area, so to Christensen. Gundogan getting it to Pedri and catching out Real Madrid here, and there's Dembele with the opening goal for Barcelona. A sure-footed finish from Ousmane Dembele. Joy for the Barca fans. There are many of them here in Arlington, Texas, and Dembele managing to slot it home past Courtois.
Beautiful set play from Barcelona. and it is indeed a set play. You think that Pedri is the one taking the shot on? No, he's only attracting attention, and a whole lot of ball watching going on from Real Madrid. Nobody running with Ousmane Dembele, who says, thank you, I'm going to take this first touch forward, second touch to the far post. Beautiful, gorgeous finish from Ousmane Dembele. Barcelona, 1-0.
Well, Xavi approves. And Barca have been 2 out of 2 in previous tussles with Real Madrid here in the USA. Off and running this afternoon, late afternoon here in the Dallas area. 7 time zones away from Spain. I know plenty of people staying up late in Spain to take in the action. It was a late night culture anyway in Spain. Of course, we know, covering La Liga, that plenty of 10 p.m. kickoffs. Just an hour after that kickoff time in Spain for this game. Camavinga. What can Real Madrid do to respond? Rodrigo went over there. Starman in the Copa del Rey final. Osasuna. Here's Gundogan, and it's opening up again for Barcelona, and it's Dembele and Lewandowski trotting into the middle. To reach for it, Lewandowski. Balde took on the shot. A very important block there by David Alaba. Camavinga. Mendy for Los Blancos. Rodrigo on the move again. Vinicius Junior is met there by Jules Koundé. Nothing illegal about that.
It's a really good moment of transition for Barcelona as Frenkie de Jong is able to win possession of the ball. Ilkay Gundogan with a very good first touch forward. Now he's finding the run of Dembele, and Dembele now finding who you would think would be the answer, and that's Robert Lewandowski. The ball goes past Lewandowski eventually to Alejandro Valde. And Real Madrid does just enough defensively. It's good runs and good movement inside the 18-yard box. There are options everywhere for Dembele. It's not a bad ball, but not a good first touch from Lewandowski. Eventually it does fall to Alejandro Valde. Transition from Barcelona is something that we saw at times last season, but it's not what they do best. But when you got a guy like Dembele, if you're able to complete that first pass out of pressure, now it opens everything up for them in the attack.
Frenkie de Jong taking on more responsibility in Barcelona this season. He's in that senior group of professionals, team council, if you like. Sergio Roberto as the club captain, but he might not be starting every week. I don't think he will be. Put it away there by Christensen. Xavi's men, 1 to the good. There's 1 win apiece in La Liga last season in the Clásico matches. This was Real Madrid trying to set something up using Valverde here. And right across the face of goal, and they're asking the question about possible handball, and it's a penalty. A penalty to Real Madrid. Protestations from Barcelona, but they were fully convinced. Those wearing white. Xavi's expression tells you the story. Well, Araujo pointing to an imaginary screen, or at least with the gesture, but this is what happened, Ali.
Can't quite see it there, and that looks like an arm extended away from the body. 100% a penalty. It's good service from Valverde. Again, Jude Bellingham, a presence inside the 18-yard box. Araujo sees it late. That arm is away from the body. It's a penalty.
Vinicius Junior in position here. Dembele scored earlier. Oh, he's missed it, Vinicius. Ay, ay, ay. smacking it off the crossbar. Not to be for Real Madrid. On with the game. And Gundogan reaching out there was De Jong and Balde. And it really has been a helter-skelter start. Chapman pointing to the spot. That decision against Araujo. Vinicius Junior unable to convert.
Ter Stegen already dove out of position. Vini Jr. just can't keep it down off the crossbar now.
Another side being allowed to settle into a rhythm.
And it's a talking point. Who takes the penalties now for Real Madrid? Benzema is out of the picture. He was the guy that had that responsibility. Now somebody has to be able to prove that they can be reliable from the penalty spot.
Here's Valverde. The merengues, Camavinga. Once again, Mendy had stepped up on the left. Camavinga going to help the Real Madrid cause there.
Ter Stegen, he's already out of position. Vini Jr. has a whole lot to shoot at. Trying to go high up the middle of the crossbar and out. Once again, what becomes of the role and the productivity and responsibility of Vini Jr. and Rodrigo without Benzema?
Here he is again. Dembele just couldn't quite control the ball. And it's with Camavinga for Real Madrid. Just strayed that time. Vinicius.
Dembele just couldn't settle the ball down. If he had taken a good first touch, then he's able to split the defenders and get past Alaba. Because he had a poor first touch, unable to split the defenders and allows Alaba to get back into the play.
Don't forget, Soccer Champions Tour continuing tomorrow. Manchester United and Borussia Dortmund in action. That's 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Being played in Las Vegas. So many compelling games up and down the USA these last few days, and more to come. There's Oriol Romeu. The position taken up by Robert Lewandowski. Balde now. Carvajal the company, showing confidence. Balde in moving in field. Dembele. Able to go one way and then the other. Camavinga is known for his slide tackles. What is it they call it nowadays? The Cobra tackle.
Well, it's good defending from Camavinga. However, he got it done. Mendy was falling all over himself as Dembele gave him a little dip of the shoulder. And he was up to Camavinga to cut down the space. He did that very well. Good defending.
Midway through the first half. And it has been brisk in terms of the tempo. A goal by Ousmane Dembele for Barcelona. Vinicius Junior had the chance to cancel that out from the spot, but couldn't avail himself of the opportunity. Striking the crossbar with his effort. And after handball by Araujo inside the box.
Now, Real Madrid are going to complain that Tchouaméni gets the ball, but in order to get to the ball, he goes through the ankle of Gundogan.
Yellow card here for Tchouaméni.
And I think it's well deserved. He rolls over Gundogan. It is a bad challenge. Does he get a touch on the ball? Yes, he does. But in the process, he goes all over Gundogan. It could have been a really dangerous situation for Gundogan.
Tchouaméni, second season with Real Madrid. Dropped off a bit, I think it's fair to say, after the World Cup. It's being taken by the referee, Alan Chapman.
I must say, Derek, usually in pre-season, you kind of save your best for what's ahead and what matters, which is the start of La Liga. I'm surprised that in a setting like this, while Barcelona scores a good goal out of it, that they show what indeed was a really good set play. You tend to save those for big moments, and while this may be a big moment, it's not as big as, say, La Liga season. Not so sure as to why you would show your cards right now.
There's Gundogan. Pedri's pass. Dembele. And it's Camavinga charged with the task of slowing him down. Pedri involved once more. And Dembele! Whipped it across.
I'm with you, Ousmane Dembele. He's complaining. He's saying somebody's got to make that run towards the middle of the goal. And that should be Lewandowski. Why is Lewandowski waiting in that sort of position? Just get into a space. Now, I'm not going to tell Lewandowski how to play the center forward position, but I am going to tell him there was an opportunity for him to get on the end of the cross. Good service on the belly, good build-up play from Barcelona. Lewandowski should be getting on the end of that.
And he does set incredibly high standards for himself, Robert Lewandowski. Here is Tchouaméni. Carvajal. Spent his entire career with Real Madrid, save for one season a decade or so ago with Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. The flick by Bellingham. Madrid fans enjoyed that. Vinicius Junior and a dovetail with Rodrigo. It was Frankie de Jong in the vicinity. Frankie de Jong, who got his first name because his parents were big fans of Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Very big in the 1980s. Had a comeback recently, albeit a brief one.
Sounds like you're a fan.
I was.
All right, there you go.
My era as well.
Absolutely. I can picture Derek Ray thriving in the 80s.
So you know it. Camavinga. Receiving end there. And a change afoot here for Barcelona. It's Christensen. And he's going off. Substitution. Eric Garcia is the man to make his way on. So he slides into central defence. We talk about whether or not Eric Garcia has a future in central defence or as a defensive midfield player. He said the other day he shouldn't worry very much about his future. He's part of the plans. Has his critics, though, Eric Garcia.
I'll put it to you this way, Derek. Let's assume for a second that I'm coaching Barcelona or any team that Eric Garcia is part of. He's not playing center back for me.
Valverde. Just a second bite at it. Gives it to Eric Carvajal. Just reeling away from everyone in the end. Valverde a bit cross with himself. When you analyse the body language, that was before Dani Carvajal got involved for Real Madrid.
He got himself in a really good position. If you're Fede Valverde, and from there you expect him to hit it on target. Such a clean striker of the ball. He's gonna take a different role this season for this team and more responsibility. He was great in the first half of the season last year, but unable to sustain that after the World Cup. His level of performance dipped, and I think Real Madrid suffered because of it.
Approaching the half-hour mark. Support for both clubs. Two of the best followed clubs in world football Spain's big two. Barcelona, the defending champions, coming into the new season. Often did it last time by keeping things tight. Above all else, Real Madrid looking for a response here. Shot by Vinicius.
It's a run choice by Vini Jr. Ferland Mendy had made a really good run, well-timed run in a wide area on the left-hand side. Vini tries to cut to the inside, to the crowd, to the bodies of Barcelona, eventually loses the ball.
Here's Tchouaméni. Mendy trying to get up the pitch. Skill there. The position was Rodrigo. Tchouaméni need to win it back. Is that a foul by Koundé on Vinicius Junior, apparently. Certainly in the opinion of Alan Chapman, the referee.
Vini sells it well. I'll give him that much. It's obvious what he's trying to do, turn Jules Koundé. It's a good step from Tchouaméni, and then from there, good ball forward for Vini Jr. He's trying to turn Koundé. Is there a touch? Slight touch from Koundé. Vini knows exactly what he wants to do. It's a foul. And now an opportunity for Real Madrid.
Let's see what Real Madrid have been working on. Lewandowski in the middle of that wall, formed in front of Ter Stegen. By the look of things, Alaba just off to the side. Rodrigo, and there's Ter Stegen, put to work. Magnificent goalkeeping.
And the reason that Ter Stegen is able to make this save because he shows some discipline. You see so many times goalkeepers trying to cheat to that near post. Instead, he keeps his position, able to close down the space, stretch, full stretch, strong hand, big save.
Rodrigo off the corner. It's missed by Tchouaméni, and here's Dembele. He's trying to keep it in play. Only just succeeded, but it's with Vinicius Junior now. To Bellingham. There's a go, but charged down by Oriol Romeu. Rodrigo. Intelligent pass, and a good one. Trying to open up Barcelona here. And Bellingham was in the middle, just couldn't quite make contact with the ball. Alaba providing the cross on the left.
And it is a common theme for Real Madrid. If there's a cross coming inside the 18-yard box, the player who's most likely to get him the end of it is going to be Jude Bellingham. Really good save from Ter Stegen. Strong hand, stretch hand. Able to make the save. And as I said before, I think he makes the save because he shows some discipline. He's not guessing as to where the ball is going to be. Sees the flight of the ball all the way. Full stretch, makes a save.
His fifth title, his first Amora trophy, the award that goes to, statistically speaking, the best goalkeeper in La Liga. That was a painful one. Camavinga is the other player on the ground.
It's a late challenge from Camavinga. He's not getting to the ball. Ronald Araujo wins the sliding challenge, and as Camavinga is late, he rolls over the ankle of Ronald Araujo.
Card has been produced. Camavinga walking away from Alan Chapman. There it is. He knew it was about to arrive. So Camavinga joining Tchouaméni in the referee's book.
Real Madrid players are complaining about. I don't think that there's anything to complain about. Camavinga is late, and he goes through Ronald Araujo. Clearly a foul. It's a yellow card. He knows it. He's not complaining.
Just receiving a bit of treatment then. Araujo. And from Rivera in Uruguay. On the Brazilian border. This was earlier.
It's a beautiful set play from Barcelona. Well designed, well executed, sold by the players on the field, and Dembele, who apparently was not taking part in the play, just kind of lingers, waits for everybody to pay attention to the potential shot of Pedri, makes the run, that passing lane is open, and then the finish to the far post.
Ancelotti and Real Madrid find themselves trailing here in this Clásico Americano. Xavi's men leading thanks to that goal that you saw from Ousmane Dembele. A reminder that Barca are in action again on Tuesday in Las Vegas against Milan. Late start, Eastern time anyway, 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific.
I can tell you the substitution is coming. Sergi Roberto will come in from Ron Araujo. No need to take any sort of chances if you're Xavi. And Ron Araujo in particular has had injury issues. Although he's saying, no, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
all right.
Waving them off. Sergio Roberto at the ready. Araujo remains with us, and it's De Jong giving it straight away to Ronald Araujo. Tchouaméni. Valverde's pass. There's Camavinga. Fancied his chances. Tchouaméni. Ancelotti. Probably not all that thrilled with the effort from Tchouaméni.
He can hit it from distance, but it just wasn't the best choice available.
I just think back to the World Cup. He was able to do in the shooting department. It's a couple of weeks away from the start of the Primera season. The flag had gone up. And Lewandowski tries to finish anyway, but the flag had been raised.
And that run is open for Dembele whenever he wants it, getting inside and behind Real Madrid. So he gets inside of Mendy, in behind Alaba. Barcelona are able to find it. That run is wide open.
Vinicius Junior, Valverde is positioned inside the area, but again De Jong back there as the extra defender. We've seen him do that on a few occasions in this first half here in Arlington, Texas. We were told beforehand, expect a full stadium, and it appears pretty full. Don't see any empty spaces. Bounced around, it finally was touched on by Camavinga. Mendy over there. Bellingham comes into the move for Real Madrid. His new club trying to go on a zigzagging run, and the corner conceded there by Araujo. Bellingham. We've seen him do that plenty of times in his Dortmund days, trying to whip up the fans, conduct the orchestra. And it comes from Camavinga. Bit of hesitancy there. Bellingham going to put in the biting challenge. There's Vinicius Junior, and off the underside of the bar. And is it going to go in finally? Dani Carvajal was there. So too Bellingham. And the referee has given a corner. Wow.
Well, where do we start?
Indeed. Alan Chapman shooting over here. Now what's he going to do? There's a yellow card. There's somebody on the touchline. One of the team officials.
Well, the complaint from Barcelona is that as Bellingham comes in for the header, he goes through Marc-André ter Stegen. They're complaining of a foul there, but in terms of the totality of the play, good turn from Vinny Jr. hits it well off the crossbar, and now it's a broken play. It's a good hit. Is it in? No, it is not. And then Bellingham jumps on the rebound, seems to run through Ter Stegen. Eventually off the post and off the line, and somehow we're still 1-0.
Somehow, indeed. Gundogan, that one for Lewandowski to go after. Oh, and it's all of a sudden opened up for Dembele. Courtois to the rescue for Real Madrid. Didn't seem to be very much on. And the challenge is flying in now, and the referee is going to have to take control of this. He's got the yellow card out anyway. Goodness me. Pandemonium. Well, it's settled down a bit.
And you could feel it, Derek. You could feel it. You could sense it, that it was getting out of control. Alan Chapman was trying to be all cool about it. Here's your yellow card. No. At some point, you got to get a hold of the game, because otherwise, these guys are going to run away with it. It's getting out of control. The challenges are getting out of control. They don't care if it's preseason or not. If somebody gets kicked, somebody else is going to get kicked. We have seen the continuation of foul after foul after foul. It is a late challenge from Frenkie de Jong. It is worthy of a yellow card. He knows exactly what he's doing. The game is out of control now. As to what the opportunity was for Dembele, comes from Ferland Mendy, who comes off balance, and Dembele just doesn't hit it well. Hits it straight into the ground, which then allows Courtois to get big and make the save.
That was Mendy's error, and there was Dembele. Courtois thwarting him. And a yellow card for de Jong. Gundogan is making his way over now towards the touchline, and that will be the change now. Sergio Roberto on in his place.
I have to wonder if there is something wrong physically with Gundogan, because at 42 minutes in the first half, you're thinking, all right, he'll just play 45. If he needs to come out before that first half is over, and I can see the ice bag already, clearly there's something wrong with his right leg.
Just talking it over there. Okay, Gundogan. Certainly going to be an enrichment for Barcelona. A real treat for Barca fans to get to watch him week in, week out. Just ask Manchester City supporters about that, and Dortmund fans from his time in the Ruhrpott. First half ebbing away. My goodness, it has flown by. Just as we expected, though. Every bit as appetizing this as the Texas barbecue that you and I feasted upon yesterday.
Oh, hello. What was the name of the plate that we had? El Jefe.
El Jefe, yeah.
Let me tell you something. That was boss right there. That was something special. We took it down quite nicely.
It was a great recommendation, I have to say. Araujo has recovered from that injury he sustained earlier. Quickly on the move up towards Lewandowski, who goes down and wins the free kick. Alaba, his former Bayern teammate.
Now Mendy's hurt himself. Sitting down on the field, asked for a substitution, and Fran Garcia is coming in.
There we go. So another pause as we look at Fran Garcia. It's going to be interesting, little bit of competition within the Real Madrid squad. That back position between Fran Garcia and Ferland Mendy. A good time of it at Rayo. Real Madrid exercising the buyback option. It's all gone quiet, and the truth of the matter is it hasn't been especially quiet throughout this first half, Alejandro.
No, it hasn't. With the intensity that you don't associate with preseason. However, it is El Clásico. It's yet another version of El Clásico. And we have seen bad challenges. We have seen opportunities. We have seen save, missed penalty. We have seen everything. And we're only 45 minutes in.
comes Fran Garcia. That's it for Mendy. A bit of a gripe and a groan. Just watching him as he makes his way along the touchline. Featured on the big scoreboard. I don't know what you think about this big scoreboard. I'm not saying it's bad, it's certainly not. It will be 3 added minutes at the end of this half, but it's just you, as far as I'm concerned.
You don't seem to love it, Derek.
Just every so often it catches my eye line. I think to myself, okay, that's a little bit different on the big scoreboard in comparison with what our viewers around the world are seeing.
Hey, better be careful, Derek, because there's conversation that this may very well be the site for the World Cup final.
Indeed.
In 2026.
It's certainly one of the candidates. Will be one of the venues, of course, that's guaranteed. And worth stressing that grass surface put in place for the sport that we enjoy. Only an artificial surface when the Dallas Cowboys play here in the NFL. Alaba loves those passes from the back. And Eric Garcia. Away efficiently enough. Valverde there to flick it on to Camavinga. Oriol Romeu right on top of him. Just waiting for that moment, wasn't he? And here's Dembele. A release valve, if you like. Barcelona. Scored a fine goal earlier. Had a great chance to grab another, which he squandered.
He had a lot of time and space to think about it. A whole lot of goals to shoot at. Ends up hitting straight into the ground.
Now, Rodrigo. Looked as though he was going to be stopped, but then Balde. And quite the run that Balde made. Very eye-catching. Pedri and Balde still, but it's Eder Militao. And now Alaba next to him. And Real Madrid try to construct again. Chasing this game. Missed a penalty earlier. Vinicius Junior from the spot. There's Valverde. And there's Rodrigo. Trying to direct it past Ter Stegen. In a blink of an eye. And that was almost the equaliser. Lewandowski coming off second best there. Now, referee Alan Chapman just pointing over towards the touchline.
It's very simple. As Ronald Araujo makes the challenge, Carvajal continues to complain, earned himself a yellow card. Araujo makes the challenge, rolls over and hits the back of his head with the board on the sides. And, well, the way we now treat head injuries, as we should, you don't want to take any chances. That's why there's a game stoppage.
It's been stormy at times in this first half. And the eruption there from Dani Carvajal.
High pressure from Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Araujo is able to get there and make the clearance. There's no faking it from Araujo. He hits the back of his head with the board. And while Real Madrid may be frustrated, I think Alan Chapman makes the correct decision.
Xavi looking on. Puts it on a side. Losing to Arsenal. A very upbeat Arsenal. Certainly ahead of Barca in terms of their preparation. Ended up being the first game on tour for Barcelona because of the virus outbreak. They couldn't take on Juventus in Santa Clara. Eder Militao. Bellingham made that run, but it was read by Koundé, and here's Frenkie de Jong. We've had 4 added minutes at the end of this half now. Lewandowski. Alaba for company. Lewandowski did well. And Dembele with the audacious little flick. Didn't quite come off for him. And that is going to be that for the first half, and a very entertaining first half it has been. El Clásico Americano. Here just to the west of Dallas, and Ousmane Dembele with the lone goal of record, but the other part of the story, Vinicius Junior missing from the penalty spot, firing it against the crossbar after handball by Araujo inside the box. And we certainly look forward to what the second half might offer here in Arlington, Texas. It is Barcelona 1, Real Madrid 0.
Frankie de Jong was saying, well, hold on a second, I got a contract in place. Wait a minute. I want to be part of this project. I sign a contract. I'm willing to honor my contract. I don't have to go anywhere. I want to be part of Barcelona. And turns out that for Xavi and Barcelona, Frankie de Jong ended up being a key part to their success last season.
That was absolutely the case. Well, the players are back out. Carlo Ancelotti and Xavi have won the rule over the players who were involved in the first half and made the decision that, well, let's carry on in a similar manner. No sign of any changes, Ali.
I think it'll stay like this for about 60 minutes or so. And then after that, decisions will come from Xavi and Carlo Ancelotti.
One of the most respected figures in the coaching world. Carlo Ancelotti. There's not a lot at the highest level of football that he hasn't experienced. Carvajal in position there to take the throw. Eder Militao. Real Madrid certainly had the edge in terms of chances created, plenty of them. Barcelona happier to sit and wait, play more on the break, using Ousmane Dembele in particular. Here's Pedri.
Think about some of the success that Barcelona had last season. It wasn't because of their productivity that they won the title. The key to their success last year in La Liga was because they defended so very well, to the point to where they became very much a 1-0 sort of team.
Yep. It wasn't always Barcelona-like when you think about the history of the club and the preferred stylistic considerations. They have an excellent goalkeeper in Marc-Andre ter Stegen. Here's Vinicius Junior taking Koundé to the cleaners. Frankie de Jong again. Extra body inside the box for the Blaugrana. Ousmane Dembele. De Jong.
So I'm curious to see from Barcelona's perspective, are they going to maintain that sort of level of play defensively? And then the big question becomes, can they add to their productivity offensively? And if they do, then everything that they play for this season, everything is on the table in order for them to be able to win it. Because offensively, they fell short last season. Defensively, surprisingly, they were historically good for the most part of the season.
Indeed. Frankie de Jong. Balde there on the left. Again with de Jong. Just think in terms of his approach, Frankie de Jong, he's the archetypal Barcelona player. He's stylish. Now Dembele. A cul-de-sac against Fran Garcia. Stop for a second there, Real Madrid. Barcelona allowed to keep the ball. "17 minutes past midnight back in Spain." Fair to say quite a few people are still up. Keeping more than a weather eye on the proceedings here in Arlington, Texas. There's Oriol Romeu, and that's very much what his game is all about. Appreciated by the Barcelona fans around us here at AT&T Stadium. Balde. Again, it's Romeu. Araujo. Dembele. Pedri. Back from Frankie de Jong. Little touches and flicks. Pedri. Balde. Carvajal just trying to keep the right position against him. Alejandro Balde, and job done by Dani Carvajal for Real Madrid.
Really smooth work and clean work from Pedri through the midfield. And that's a player right there, Pedri, that I think this is going to be a critical season for him. Has to stay healthy. There's no doubt as to what his talent level is and what his potential is, but has to be available for Xavi. Has to remain healthy, and apparently has changed eating habits and the diet and so on and so forth. Reports that apparently he's not eating his mom's croquettes.
Pedri on that threaded pass, and Lewandowski's there. Sergio Roberto was storming through. Was it cleared away? De Jong, Lewandowski, and finally Alaba with the clearance for Real Madrid, who are under a bit of pressure.
Lewandowski, while he makes the movement away from the ball, he may have been expecting Frankie de Jong to hit that ball first time. It popped out to Frankie de Jong, top of the 18-yard box. Real opportunity for him to hit it on target, decides to go for the pass, and the opportunity goes away.
Just wondering, Ali, if Pedri's diet that you were referring to includes what I saw you wolfing down at the breakfast table today.
I don't think so.
That was what exactly?
Well, that was the red velvet waffle with some catfish.
Yeah.
So a little soul food action here in Texas. Let me tell you something, it was some kind of special.
And I enjoyed my biscuits and gravy as well. So there you go. Breakfast Texan style. Don't honestly think the Barcelona and Real Madrid players were having the sort of breakfast we were enjoying, but here's Dembele trying to cut into the centre. Garcia drawn out of position. It's too strong with Pedri available.
It's the wrong choice from Ousmane Dembele. Quickness to get away from the defender. That sort of speed to be able to create that space. Now he's attracted attention. He's got to be able to find the next pass. And the next pass was Alejandro Balde, who was wide open down the left-hand side.
Xavi, such a classy player with Barcelona back in the day, guiding the club to the Primera title in his first full season in charge. Carvajal, the ball who went over there. Now they have to pay attention. It is Vinicius Junior on the ball for Real Madrid, but firing it straight at Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Moment of transition for Real Madrid. Quickness, movement with the ball, movement without the ball. Not the contact that Vini would have wanted on the shot.
Jules Koundé certainly prefers to play in central defence. He's had game time at right back for Barcelona as well. It's the case last season. The Sevilla man.
Just going back to Pedri for a second. We all sort of know that he has missed time with Barcelona because of injuries over the last couple of seasons. But when you look at the numbers, and in reading about Pedri and what his plan has been in this offseason, 307 days missed due to injury. That's nearly a year missed on injuries. Hence why he cannot eat the ham croquetas. Las croquetas de jamón.
And I don't mind trying out the croquetas de jamón that his mother makes.
Oh, absolutely.
She wants to send a few over. And here's Rodrigo. And go around the outside. Corner it'll be for Real Madrid.
Again, good combination from Real Madrid. Enzo falling to Vini Jr. on a broken play. The contact's not what he wanted.
Nothing comes initially in the corner. Valverde with the header on. Eder Militao. Unusual to find Eder Militao in that wide position on the right, but is it again? Trying to cross, and it's a good one towards Bellingham. Unusual to see him there. It's because he is a centre-back, but of course he's played right back. We saw him play in that position for Brazil at the World Cup. Now, Lewandowski, in the counter-attacking face of Barcelona. Pedri's made the move off the ball. Lewandowski giving it to Sergio Roberto. And now, Ousmane Dembele.
In that sort of sequence, I would love Ousmane Dembele to just face up and take on Fran Garcia. 1v1 situation. Instead, he turns away from that, plays back.
Balde, being purposeful. Lewandowski and Pedri. Romeo's pass, and again with Pedri. Receiving it from Dembele that time, Pedri. Araujo going to power his way towards the byline. And Garcia backpedaling. Araujo makes his way back in his position on the right-hand side of the defence.
Araujo does just enough to get on the way of Jude Bellingham. Make it a little bit more uncomfortable, not a free jump. It's good defending from Ronald Araujo.
Araujo playing for Uruguay at the World Cup. He was in the squad. Barcelona back in 2018 from the Uruguayan side of Boston River. Bellingham. Nicely disguised by Fran Garcia. Camavinga with Frenkie de Jong on top of him.
Camavinga tried to get cute and didn't quite pull it off. Eventually loses the ball.
Number 21 shirt of Frenkie de Jong. His favourite number. His grandfather, who he was very close to, was born apparently on the 21st of April. And he proudly carries that number around with him. Pedri just missed out there. Couldn't quite bring the ball under control. Again, it's with de Jong. This has come down a bit in this half. I suppose it was always going to have to. Dembele. Oriol Romeu for Barca. Pedri. And couldn't make the connection with Dembele.
Away from the ball, Lewandowski is making runs inside the 18-yard box, splitting the defenders, going to the far post, going to the near post, but the cross never came. So once they lost the ball, you know who was the first one to say, yo, I'm over here moving away from the ball. One of the best strikers in the world. How about you swing a ball in every once in a while?
I'm going to see Toni Kroos and Luka Modric come on. Real Madrid. And the action occurring there just in front of Kroos and Modric and Carlo Ancelotti. The two midfield veterans, polished professionals, who extended their contracts just not that long ago. And Modric, Camavinga will be one change. Kroos for Valverde will be the other. Confirmation of Camavinga's number. And for many of these fans, first look in person at Luka Modric, midfield maestro, and Toni Kroos, a very special player. We did wonder if they were going to carry on. Kroos, I remember a couple of years ago, said he really wanted to finish his career with Real Madrid. He wouldn't be averse to going beyond 2023. It would be a matter for him and for the club. Here they are. They've come together on an agreement. And it's Balde now for Barcelona. Lewandowski has moved left. Chisels a corner out of it. Robert Lewandowski.
Good movement from Barcelona and attracting pressure on the right-hand side, finding that outlet pass from Pedri onto a wider area, and then aggressive decision from Alejandro Balde in taking the ball forward. Eventually, Lewandowski takes himself out of the central area and draws a corner kick.
And it will be taken by Pedri. Araujo from the back. And there is Araujo, but got nothing much on the header. Lewandowski in the end had to make contact with it. With Bellingham. Real Madrid trying to find a way through. Modric having just come on to bring his influence to bear, and that influence is usually considerable.
And here's the thing. Header from Araujo, missed opportunity there. In the transition, Real Madrid gets into a position where now you have to have numbers in the box. You got to remember, Benzema is no longer available. Vini, you can't just hang out on the left anymore. You have to be an option inside the 18-yard box. That is more responsibility for Vini Jr., more responsibility for Rodrigo, but it's something that they're going to have to take on if indeed Real Madrid is going to score the goals that they want to score.
And if they're going to play that way, there's no Karim Benzema anymore. Shuffle of feet there from Dembele. Courtois holds on to it. Towering figure between the posts for Real Madrid, the Belgian. Fran Garcia, and there's Vinicius Junior, but poor touch by Fran Garcia, who now has to backtrack.
And the point is, Derek, you're going to play with two strikers, and Bellingham is going to be the guy who is going to close in the gap and be a presence inside the 18-yard box. Those two strikers also have to be willing to make runs inside that 18-yard box. They have to be a presence. Get to the near post, get to the far post, cover the ground inside the 18-yard box so that indeed when the ball comes in, somebody can get on the end of it.
Spencer from Fran Garcia. He's possessing Dembele. Vinicius Junior. Trying to hold it up. Rodrigo, his attacking partner, Tchouaméni! Oh! Well, somehow Ter Stegen was able to touch it. Tchouaméni certainly had eyes for goal. A wry smile from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen.
We said it, that Tchouaméni can hit it from this and lined it up, hits it well, off the post, off the back of the head of Ter Stegen, and somehow, again, still 1-0.
Elements of luck about that, but he's not complaining. Ter Stegen, here's Modric. Real Madrid trying to come up with an equaliser, and was that a foul by Koundé? Apparently it was, just outside the box.
Barcelona complaining that Vini Jr. is going down too easy, and I can tell you from an attacking player's perspective what Vini Jr. is doing. Essentially, he puts his body between Koundé and the ball, and the moment that he feels any contact from Koundé, he's going down. Now he draws the foul. Really good opportunity for Real Madrid.
The yellow card pointed out. It certainly was Koundé there. The referee seemed to move towards Araujo. We're trying to sort that one out for you.
Now you could make the argument that Vini should be and could be stronger on the ball. The truth of the matter is that he doesn't have to be. And so as he then is playing with his back to goal and feels the contact of Koundé, who goes through Vinicius, or at the very least puts his hands on Vinicius, he says, you know what, I'm going down, I'm drawing a foul.
Changes coming for Barcelona. I mean, Lopez, one of the players to come on. Rafinha is ready as well. Now, big moment, you just feel. Rodrigo eyeing the target, and it was blocked by Koundé. Half-hearted shout, really, for handball. It's going to be Rafinha for Dembele. Rafinha, who scored the cracking goal that settled the issue in last year's Clásico Americano. Fermin Lopez will be coming on for Pedri. Fran Garcia. Vinicius Junior just touching it back to Rodrigo. Wanted to continue his counter there, Vinicius, and he goes down, and Araujo again. The referee taking note of the situation. and pointing towards Araujo.
He's complaining. The referee is pointing to the fact that Vini Jr. was grabbing the jersey of Ronald Araujo.
Yeah, well, it's gone that way. Confused initially as to what the referee Alan Chapman had decided upon, but this was the incident, Ali.
Now Vini certainly gets hit in the face. What Alan Chapman, the referee, is saying, before that happened, there was a pull of the jersey by Vini and Ronald Araujo.
He has the ball now, Araujo. All the while, Rafinha, Fermin Lopez, wait, Balde. Good looking run, will it be a fruitful run? Danny Carvajal just used all his experience again.
Gorgeous switch of play that opened everything up for Barcelona in transition. Backing up from Dani Carvajal allows Alejandro Balde to get inside the 18-yard box.
So here we go. Dembele, the goal scorer, departs. 65 minutes. Always an entertainer. He's always a producer, or tends to be a producer. Certainly was in this game. Rafinha will take his place by the look of things. Yep. Fermin Lopez is out there as well now. Pedri has gone off. And straight away, shooting over to the corner flag, Rafinha. Naturally left-footed player from Porto Alegre in Brazil, the state of Rio Grande do Sul. Swinger from Rafinha, the header down from Araujo. Wasn't a bad one. Directed on target. Almost at the midway point of the second half. Barcelona trying to make it 3 out of 3 against Real Madrid on American soil. We did suspect Real Madrid perhaps a little bit ahead of Barcelona as far as preparation goes in case of the virus outbreak. A setback for Barcelona last week, able to get on with it against Arsenal. Real Madrid so very impressive against Manchester United in the game that you attended, Ali.
And it was impressive to see Real Madrid how quickly they adjusted to what looks to be a new formation and potentially the formation that Carlo Ancelotti will choose for La Liga play. The key to that formation working is whatever Jude Bellingham is able to do from deeper areas in the midfield.
Lopez and in on Toni Kroos. Reminder, Real Madrid will be in action on Wednesday in Orlando, with Juventus providing the opposition. To wrap up the tour, Los Blancos. Toni Kroos. Vinicius Junior touching it on. And Garcia. Espanyol Romeu, who swept up. Ready to make his way back inside his own penalty area for the Blaugrana. Kroos. Vinicius Junior. And behind it goes. Out of the corner, Rafinha. To become almost an extra right back beside Araujo just then.
We just saw the natural tendency of Vini. Instead of staying in a central position, he starts drifting towards the left-hand side, creating 1v1 situations, unable to complete the cross.
Alaba will take it. Curl that one away. The Merengues. Rodrigo. There's plenty of options in there, and it's Vinicius Junior who stumbles. Couldn't stay on his feet. Alaba. Vinicius. Alaba taking over. Needed an accurate ball. Bellingham had arrived on the scene. Tchouaméni. Ball was going wide though. Again, happy to shoot from that sort of range.
And is this touch necessary from Vinny Jr.? I don't think so. Maybe you take that first time. He decides to take a touch on it, settle the ball down. That allows Barcelona defenders to get closer. He tries to rush the shot, slips, and the opportunity, unfortunate for Real Madrid, gone.
So the pressure was kept high by Rodrigo and Modric. Stegen. And from Mönchengladbach in Germany. Left his city club, Borussia Mönchengladbach, for Barcelona in 2014. Lewandowski. Did well that time. Gets it back from Sergio Roberto. Lewandowski perhaps wanted the free kick, which is not forthcoming from Alan Chapman. And now Real Madrid's turn, and that was a nick, a clear nick. And it's going to be a free kick. Maybe a bit more, let's see. Yeah, out comes the card. Oriol Romeu is the player Alan Chapman is pointing at.
It all starts with the question of, is this a foul on Lewandowski? The answer is no. And then from there, Sergio Roberto is trying to hang on to Militao, and eventually Romeu says, "No, I've had enough of this. I'm not chasing this guy." Takes him down. Clear foul, clear yellow card.
Lewandowski still on the pitch through 70 minutes. Luka Modric. Jude Bellingham. Garcia as Bellingham wedged it towards him. Well, we mentioned earlier the official attendance, 82,026, highest attendance ever for a club game here. Highest attended Clásico Americano. Use the name that was doing the rounds in the Spanish press this morning. Modric, the break of the ball, trying to keep his balance, trying to control it. Here's Toni Kroos. Joselu is about to come on for Real Madrid. Interesting signing. Veteran striker. Scored quite the goal the other night against Manchester United, and it's going to be Joselu for Jude Bellingham. Well, Ancelotti making that switch. There it is on the board. And when you don't have Karim Benzema, you've got to have some sort of option in terms of a centre forward as Bellingham departs. And Joselu has been around, and he brings know-how.
And what we have seen over the last 10 or 15 minutes is Vinny Jr. naturally drifting to the left-hand side. Well, if he's going to do that, then it leaves a whole lot of work for Bellingham to be able to present himself as an option inside the 18-yard box. So you need a natural presence as a striker, and that's exactly what Joselu is. Now, I cannot envision a Real Madrid team that throughout the course of the season is going to be led by Joselu up top. However, he is a viable option coming off the bench.
Madrid looking for another opening, and Joselu had taken up his station in the centre. Terrific time of it. Espanyol last term. He's a journeyman, you would say, but you need a journeyman or two in your ranks.
And Joselu can score goals,
as we saw against Manchester United.
And what a goal it was. It was funny getting on the flight from Houston to here, and there were some Manchester United fans and Real Madrid fans, and the Real Madrid fans said, "Well, that's a great goal by Joselu." I told him, and he said, "Yeah, but I'm not going to get too excited about Joselu."
Okay. Here's Kroos with it, and Ter Stegen committing himself, and it comes to Rodrigo for Los Blancos. Modric. Kroos. They know each other's every move, those two. Almost telepathy between the pair of them. There's the header by Tchouaméni. And his hand looks at goal. He's had shots from outside the box, and now a header, but comfortable for Ter Stegen with 16 minutes left here in Arlington, Texas.
So the point about Joselu is, and this is what I would tell him, is look, not even a bicycle kick against Manchester United get some of these fans excited about you being the striker for this club. So guess what? Just take advantage of whatever opportunity is presented to you. Continue to work hard, be an option inside the 18-yard box, score a few goals, enjoy playing for Real Madrid, and make the most of what is a unique opportunity.
It certainly is at this point in his career. Falls on top of Fermin Lopez, too long and too strong for Lewandowski. Barcelona looking to make some more changes. Ferran Torres will bring up just in front of us. Marcos Alonso will be coming on as well. Abde Ezalzouli as well. Abde, as he's often referred to by Barcelona fans. So Xavi ringing the changes. Ansu Fati is going to be given a run as well in the final quarter of an hour. So that's it for Oriol Romeu and for Robert Lewandowski. Well, 75 minutes. For his efforts by Xavi. Frenkie de Jong is departed as well. Ansu Fati. Is it going to be his season? We shall see. The question marks popped up last term, and they certainly have popped up with regard to Ferran Torres. Changes galore to be expected at this stage of the game.
Serginho Dest is on the field as well.
Hey. Yeah, spotted him as well now. Serginho Dest, the US international. Carvajal. And then Militao. Good looking pass. Rodrigo. Not coming a sway through the defence. Of course, Alonso just on. France being informed about the attendance figure and the statistic behind it. Just ever for the Clásico Americano. Rodrigo turning on the jets. Vinicius Junior was inside the box. Now asking the question here, Real Madrid. Corner it'll be at the end of that.
Barcelona struggling to keep up defensively. Marcos Alonso now has a mismatch situation where Rodrigo can run by him whenever he wants to. And from there, Rodrigo turning the corner, gets around Eddie Garcia as well. Missed opportunity.
Modric with the corner, and the header had just a bit too much on it. Time for Real Madrid. It was Joselu who made contact.
It's good service from Luka Modric, which you've come to expect. And Joselu, a dimension of his game that I think Real Madrid has missed in the past. A guy that you can swing the ball in, and given his height, he can win a few headers for you. Potentially, again, score big goals for you late in matches, if indeed that's his role.
Joselu, who was born in Stuttgart in Germany. As a youngster, he bounced between Stuttgart and Galicia.
Well, as you do.
Not many, but he certainly did. Still 1-0 to Barcelona. That early goal by Ousmane Dembele. Real Madrid missing a penalty earlier. Modric, outrageous pass it was for Rodrigo. And he couldn't quite take advantage of the situation, but you've just witnessed, and the fans here have just witnessed, a very memorable Modric moment.
Vintage, special Luka Modric outside of the right foot, and it's just too much from Rodrigo. Buddy, it's sitting pretty for you. Hit it. Put it to that far post. And even if Ter Stegen is able to come up with a save, now you have a guy in Joselu that can jump on a rebound. Vini can jump on a rebound. Tries to do a little too much, and the opportunity is gone for Real Madrid.
Alaba to chase back, but the free kick awarded. Ansu Fati was Alaba's direct opponent. What do you make of the trajectory of Ansu Fati at this point?
Has flattened out quite a bit, considerably, thinking back as to what we thought of him as a player when he first came out. Now injuries have taken a toll, and this seems to be a make or break season for Ansu Fati at Barcelona.
Tchouaméni. Rodrigo. He's been eager all game long to run at the Barcelona defence. Flick on there, but tidied up by Koundé. Rodrigo once more, and Koundé losing his focus. Here's the challenge. It wasn't all that elegant, but apparently fair enough. Rodrigo going down, and then another challenge comes in. The yellow card is produced. And Chapman has been kept pretty busy when you consider that this is a pre-season game. Rodrigo there, that was what happened earlier on.
It's a good challenge from Eric Garcia. Wins the ball, and then once the ball comes out to Ansu Fati, he's trying to turn Alaba Slade.
Alaba seeing yellow as Fran Garcia flicks it back. There'll be a throw here for Barcelona. Inside the final 10 minutes.
Courtois does well because Fran Garcia gives him a melon, essentially. He deals well with the pressure coming from behind, clears the danger, and eventually Real Madrid lose the ball regardless.
So it hasn't been an easy game to referee this for Alan Chapman. He's well known to fans of Major League Soccer, one of the regulars in MLS here in the United States.
The only criticism that I would have from Alan Chapman today is that there was a moment in the first half where you could feel, you could sense that he was getting out of control, and he wasn't quick enough to recognize that moment, and eventually it did get out of control.
Rafinha to play this one in for the Blaugrana. Quite what he was hoping to deliver. Rafinha, that comes off Fran Garcia. Ambling towards the corner flag. Suitably cool inside here with the roof closed. The TNT Stadium, but a different matter outside. Here it comes from Rafinha. Temperatures of around 38 degrees Celsius for the high last couple of days. 100 Fahrenheit. Vinicius Junior, and he can be red hot in the attacking department. Didn't miss by much. All his own work. Vinicius, but no end product.
And there's some panic defensively from Barcelona in transition because Sergi Roberto cannot keep up. Teliño there, see you later. Thanks for coming. Eric Garcia doesn't engage. And Vini Jr., I'm not quite sure that he's going for a goal here. Regardless, never quite could get enough bend on it to the far post. Active throughout the course of the game, but unable to find that final product, Vini Jr.
And plenty of vim and vigor there from Vinicius Junior. Rodrigo, meanwhile, has made his way off.
Now Brahim gets an opportunity down that right-hand side. He'll tuck more towards the middle. Joselu will keep his place as a center forward, and then Vini all the way out to the left-hand side.
Brahim Diaz. They pitch now. This is a worthwhile exercise for Barcelona and Real Madrid when they come here to the USA. Worthwhile on so many fronts. Chance to make a few new friends, chance to please their old friends. And of course, an opportunity to take part in a game that's never going to be dull. And that just gears you up a little bit more for the season proper, which is only a couple of weeks away. Barcelona need to Getafe, their first game. Real Madrid in Bilbao against Athletic Club. Rafinha with this corner, and almost got in the way of each other there. Ansu Fati trying to feed it back. And it's held by Courtois. Tchouaméni. The press was on from Rafinha and company. Fermin Lopez. Oh! Absolutely magnificent. And that should put the seal on it. What a hit it was. Fermin Lopez. Oh, he won't forget that moment in a hurry. Real Madrid had switched off. And it looks as though it's going to be 3 out of 3 for Barcelona in terms of El Clasico on US soil.
It's a good press initially from Ansu Fati. Good step by Sergio Roberto, and then Fermin Lopez doesn't hesitate, takes that first touch forward and says, you know what, this is my moment. I don't know if I'll get on the field in La Liga play. I don't know if I'm going to play El Clásico in La Liga, but I'm going to play El Clásico today, and I'm going to make a difference today. What a hit this is from Fermin Lopez. Thibaut Courtois, full stretch, doesn't get there. Emotional moment for Fermin Lopez and his fans. Barcelona, 2-0.
The buoyant Blaugrana. And Fermin Lopez enjoys his moment in the spotlight. Difficult to see a way back for Real Madrid now. They have contributed plenty to the game in an attacking sense. And what can they pull out of the fire? Brahim Diaz having come on. Going to get back to Dani Carvajal. Very good ball here, and Joselu thrives on crosses. He's that sort of old-fashioned centre forward. Good in the air, needs crosses. Vinicius Junior. Oh! How unlucky he was. Dani Carvajal and Modric couldn't get there. And Garcia, but away by Koundé for Barcelona. Now, just hasn't been Real Madrid's day in front of goal, has it?
Let me just tell you something. Serginho Dest doesn't want any part of Vini Jr. right now. He is killing him down the left-hand side.
Serginho Dest making that chase back again. Vinicius Junior, well, it's been a tale of Vinicius being denied. Yeah.
It's just dip of the shoulder, quick feed.
And the man of the match award has gone to Marc-André ter Stegen, voted on by the fans. The Barcelona goalkeeper, of course, playing for Germany earlier this year with Manuel Neuer out injured, suffering that broken leg. For years he's been the deputy to Neuer at international level. The trip it was by Rafinha. Barcelona deserved it, Ali. Looks as though they're going to prevail. Well merited or not?
Well, when your man of the match is your goalkeeper, and I can make the argument that the man of the match is actually the post.
Yeah.
Look, Barcelona have been good going forward, and they've done just enough defensively. They've gotten some good fortune in terms of some of the bounces inside the 18-yard box for Real Madrid, or I should say against Real Madrid. Don't forget the missed penalty by Vini Jr. But take nothing away from some of the things that Barcelona have done well. In particular, that second goal from Fermin Lopez, the recognition by Ansu Fati to press Toni Kroos to force a turnover. Good step in by Sergio Roberto, and then Fermin Lopez put his laces through the ball and seemed to have put the match away.
Probably putting out the Real Madrid fire for good. Dani Carvajal. One more match on the other side on this tour of the USA. We can't wait for the action in La Liga to get going just a couple of weeks from now. It's certainly going to be a cold one, isn't it, in Bilbao? First time of asking Real Madrid. Atmosphere here has been lively. Free kick it'll be, which Toni Kroos will be responsible for. Can he pick out? The answer is Joselu, but he failed to nod that onto the target. Not very Joselu-like.
That's been the story for Real Madrid today. They have created enough opportunities in the matchup, but that final product just hasn't been there. Now, let me just tell you, this is optional defending by Barcelona. Who do you have to pick up if you're Barcelona defensively? Yeah, the big guy in the middle. How about you pick him up? Nobody anywhere near around Joselu. What a chance that was.
Sergio Roberto trying to make his way back and take care of Joselu. Garcia was off to the side. And a minimum of 4 added minutes. As Barca look for a third. And Ferran Torres, is he going to do it? He does! There it is! 3-0. Barcelona victorious. Here in the USA, in El Clasico. And Ferran Torres savours the moment, a matter of making sure he made contact with the ball, steering it home, and it's good night Real Madrid.
And how about Fermín López? What a ball this is. Over the top of David Alaba, and then that first touch from Ferran Torres is what makes the difference. Thibaut Courtois all over him. He knows he just has to put it over the top of Thibaut Courtois, and then the presence of mind to put the final touch. Fermín López, who knew?
Yep.
Ferran Torres, who knew? Game, set, match, Barcelona.
Picture of concentration, wasn't he? Ferran Torres, and Fermín López deserves all the credit going. An assist to go with his earlier magnificent goal.
You talk about the importance of these matches. For a guy like Fermín Torres, it may just be the difference between staying with the first team or not throughout the course of the season.
Ferran Torres, too strong for Ansu Fati. Not so long ago, it looked as though Xavi's men were going to eke out a victory, but if you look at the scoreline, it's a thumping.
But if you were here, and if you were watching, it really wasn't. Ends up being an impressive performance in terms of the efficiency and effectiveness of Barcelona, certainly over the last 10 minutes.
Dest is going to have trouble dealing with Vinicius. Well, there's the answer. Poor old Serginho Dest. Vinicius, and Kroos gives it a whack. Not quite accurate enough from Toni Kroos.
Somebody throw the towel out there for Serginho Dest. It's just a mismatch, and Vini knows it. Drops the ball off to Toni Kroos. Hits it cleanly, but he's always rising. And I wonder how Carlo Ancelotti will evaluate this performance. There are a lot of good things out there from Real Madrid's perspective, but defensively, they still have their issues.
He's so hard to handle, Vinicius Junior. Hasn't been able to do anything tangible if you look at pure production, but we know how dangerous he is. We've seen it time and again. We know that it's going to be a slightly different assignment position-wise for him in the Real Madrid constellation. Pass by Kroos. Ambitious, certainly. Diaz scampering after it.
And here's what I'll say, Derek. They're trying this 4-4-2, and it may just be the way that they go about it. But we have seen, with Vini throwing himself down the left-hand side, how dangerous he has become over the last 30 minutes of the game or so. It's what he feels most comfortable doing. It's where he is at his best.
Here comes the corner then. Carvajal to attack the ball. We've had the 4 added minutes. Diaz, and could have gone anywhere. So Fati back there defending. There it is. Barcelona 100% against Real Madrid on American soil. A night for the Catalans here in Texas. Fermin Lopez taking on the starring role late in the game, a goal and an assist. Dembele had made it 1-0. Ferran Torres put the icing on a considerable cake. Barcelona